Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. In this week's video I've come to Flamborough Head on the east coast of Yorkshire, and I've come for a sunset shot of the lighthouse just up on the cliffs up there. And just for the time being while we're waiting, we've come down to this small little bay to try and capture some long seascape exposures of the sea stack there in the background with the sort of tide coming in around it. I think that'll make a really nice composition, and we'll see what kind of effects we can get. So I'm going to move over there now and get set up, and I'll talk you through what I've got set in mind. So let's go. Okay, so I've set up my composition now. I'm basically focusing on the sea stack there. I've got a nice leading line of rocks there going up through the image, and we've also included a little bit of sort of rocks here just in the sort of left hand corner of the image there. That's just to anchor the image and provide another sort of leading line pointing into the sort of centre of the image there. I've also got the ND filter on. I've got a 10 stop filter as well because it is quite bright. So I'm shooting at f16 because I've got quite a lot of foreground here, which is quite close. And I'm going to try 10 seconds there. No SD card. Alright, let's put one in. Luckily I remembered to bring it and it's just in the bag, so let's pop that in. Okay, so I've put the memory card in now, it's all good, and let's start again. So we're shooting at f16. I'm going to be focusing on the stack itself. It's going to be around a 20-second exposure and ISO 100. I've got the circular polarizer on there and also a 10 stop filter. I really want to push the shutter speed on this one. Hopefully I'm going to try and get some little mini waterfalls when we get a big wave coming in. Have all that water sort of running off the rocks there, so let's give it a go. 2-second timer now. And we'll just let that run and see how it comes out. Okay, it's looking really good there. I'm just going to wait for another set of waves to come in, see if we can get a bit more of an effect on these sort of mini waterfalls that I want running off the rocks there. So let's wait for a big one to come in and then we'll take another shot there. So there we go. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Really coming in now, it's coming down these little channels. Hopefully when it drags back out it's going to drag those bubbles and make those streaks in the image that I want. So it's looking really good down these channels at the moment. What I might do is just leave the composition set and take multiple exposures and then pick out little bits of each one and blend them together. So we'll see how we go, but there is some big waves forming out there, so it might turn out okay in one image. See, when I do my seascape photography, I really like these sort of contrasty images where you're getting the sort of really smoothed out water, but then the really static, detailed rock formations. I think the contrast between the soft and the hard, it looks really good in the image, and it's one of my favourite things to do when I'm doing sort of seascape photography, especially around this location, because there is a lot of sort of limestone, which is obviously a really detailed rock. You can kind of see all the layers there. And with this sort of sunset now, we're getting a bit of orange in the sky as well, so it's looking really good this, and these waves are getting bigger as well. Like I said, all the little channels and things, it's looking really good this. So if it's any good, I'll put it on screen for you. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and hopefully you like it. And after this I think we're going to walk up to the lighthouse and get set up for the sunset shoot up at the lighthouse there. So I'll put it on screen for you now, let me know what you think. Okay, so we've got to the lighthouse now, and we're going to set up for our composition. A little bit worried about the cloud on the horizon, probably about a 50-50 chance whether we're going to get a decent sunset, although there are a few clouds just heading behind the lighthouse now, so hopefully they'll catch a little bit of colour before it sort of dips below those clouds in the horizon. And yeah, there is a bit of colour already in the clouds there, so it might turn out okay this, so we'll just set up and give it a go and see what happens. Right guys, so I come to my final composition of the day, and we're at the Lighthouse and I'm all set up, and to be fair, it's been quite a challenging composition to get something that I'm pleased with here. It's there's quite a bit of sort of open field in the sort of foreground here, so that's a bit boring, so I've tried to exclude as much of that as I can and lift the composition up. Obviously because it's mostly about the sky here, been wanting a bit of colour in there, and it is providing a bit of colour there now, even though the clouds are on the horizon sort of blocking some of the sun, but some of the high clouds there are catching some nice orange colour. So I'm just firing off some shots now. 2-second timer, ISO 100, 1/13 of a second, and shooting at f11, and just basically playing around there. And because the lights have come on the Lighthouse as well, I might get the 50mm out and basically have a play around with the sort of starburst effect on the lights and see if I can make an interesting composition off that, just because the colours in the sky are not popping as much as I thought they would have done. But yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes in landscape photography. Just take what you get basically, and sort of work with what you've got. So I was here a couple of years ago actually, and I got a really nice image of this lighthouse, and I'll put that on screen for you now as one that I made earlier, and just sort of let you have a look at that and show you a really nice sort of sky there. I think it's a herringbone sky where you get that kind of herringbone effect in the clouds, and that was catching the light there. So I'll put that on screen for you, and let me know down in the comments what you think of the images. It's really good to hear your thoughts and read your comments about those. So yeah, I'll put them on screen for you now and let me know what you think. Really hope you enjoyed this week's video and the images that I produced. If you have enjoyed it, please consider hitting the thumbs up. It really does help the video get up in the rankings and will help my channel grow. And if you've not done so already, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, which will alert you to any future videos. So until the next one, bye for now.